Welcome back, everyone. Today, I'm diving into the rework of Lilith, the Dark Mage, and doing a deep analysis of her new gameplay. Stick around till the end, as I'll be sharing some strategies, tips, and my final thoughts on whether she's worth investing in after the rework. Let's talk about her old skill. Previously, Lilith's black hole skill was quite basic with weak absorption, drawing enemies into the center with an unimpressive explosion that didn't do much damage. With this rework, her black hole's AoE has been significantly improved, featuring a much stronger absorption and a buff to the explosion's damage, which now scales with her star growth. Additionally, the skill now applies a defense debuff, a stun, and for every dark synergy level, the first cooldown is increased by 1 second. For new players, Lilith can be tricky to manage. You'll want to pair her with cooldown reducing units like Ernst, Ishizu, or Roan if you plan to use her as a damage dealer, as her skill cooldown remains high even after the rework. The change from 10 seconds to 9.92 seconds is minimal. In Adventure, she works well with Raven and Lost to reduce her first cast time to 7.92 seconds with proper synergy. You could also group her with Ernst to benefit from the Mage synergy, which helps speed up her cooldowns. With the improvement in her black hole's absorption, she can perform well as a support unit when equipped with a CDR rune. In Arena, Lilith's role is more about support than dealing heavy damage. You need to cast her skill as quickly as possible to contribute stuns and damage to your team. Pairing her with other mages for cooldown reduction is a good choice. A CDR rune is essential to get the most out of her in Arena. If Loss isn't banned, you'll likely see Lilith paired with mages in the front line, as Loss can silence most mages except for Marimo. With Lilith's black hole, it's possible Marimo will get silenced when she steps on the right spot. If you want to use Lilith as a damage dealer, pairing her with a Ishizu if not banned or Roan will be your best bet, especially if you have a 10-star Lilith, which can make her a carry unit. One concern with Lilith is the reliance on +2 dark synergy. Without this, her first cast is extremely long, and you'll need to heavily rely on Loss, Ernst, and Roan for cooldown management. Marimo can easily counter Lilith, especially due to differences in first cast timing. If Marimo managed to stun Lilith, her first cast will be useless. If you're planning to build a Dark Knight team, her synergy will suffer unless Loss and Romulus isn't banned in your server. I would recommend skipping her banner, especially if you're a newer player. Lilith's cooldown and damage output still feel underwhelming even after the rework, and you'll need to invest heavily to get the best out of her. You'll need a 7-star Lilith to match the power of her old skill version, and by mid-game, she becomes less essential. Therefore, you'll be better off saving your jewels for upcoming banner. If you don't have good weapons for Lilith, especially for arena play, it's also better to skip. That's all for today. I hope this breakdown of Lilith's rework helps you decide whether to invest in her or not. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.